I wouldn't even message me, Slang. Oh, that guy's ready to test it. Who we still waiting on? Yusora, right?
Yusora are paid, right?
It's not
I don't know.
paid. Yusora. So this fight's the same as what we did on Heroic, except the people that soak get an additional debuff, and you can only soak every what is it?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Yeah.
Do we know if there's...
The only thing I don't know is if there's an additional, like instead of 2 circles, if there's going to be 3 or 4, because it doesn't specify.
Pretty sure. I think it scales with raid size, doesn't it?
Well, it did on Heroic. We're thinking about Mythic.
I even
Always gonna be
I
static.
don't know if they got. Let me go see.
I doubt it will go past 3.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep in mind that, I mean, if you have 3 circles and I mean, it stacks, right? So it's 15% per stack. So you can probably take, I mean, you can probably take around maybe 10 stacks. Actually, not even that. Maybe like somewhere between 5 and 8 stacks, and then you need to go another group, and the debuff is for 30 seconds, so you may need 3 groups of 2 players to soak 1 guy.
Yeah.
If it would go past 3, then it would be, well, it's 6 players per guy, so it's 9 players in total. If it's 4, then it's 12.
Yeah, I just watched 20. What is this? 23-man raid, and they only got 2 circles on Heroic even. So I guess we'll have to see. I'm assuming it's going to be 2, but yeah, like that was the other thing I was curious about is how fast that stack would build up.
8 per second.
Yeah. I guess the 2 ways maybe to do it. I don't know if you can with the boss's hit frame. Either we could do 2 in melee and a Venn diagram and just literally multitask, just have a big soak rotation for that. Or I guess if we get like 1 range, 1 melee, maybe we could have 1 in melee and 1 a few yards back and ranged. Because I think we're still probably going to want to be behind the boss and then have people who get the debuff for the lines run to his left on on the left and right side, correct?
Well, if you do it like that, then anywhere in the middle is safe to stand. So you just face it directly left and right from the boss.
Well, yeah.
So like it creates a square that you can stand in. So it's, but okay, so like you take 1.4, you take 1.4k health per second. Like that's what a player drains. So if you take 10 stacks, that's double the amount. So that would be 2.8k per second, yeah, and then that's 10 stacks. And well, that's 100%. So maybe you just need a group. Maybe you just need a rotation of 2, yeah. So you tuck 2 players in there. You have them soak for some stacks, and then you take another 2, and then 1 guy's done. May not even need 3 groups. And you just need 2 players as well. because it drains 2k and then it's 1.4k per player.
What's the duration on that debuff? Do you know?
The essence up or the one that the guy gets. That you
The person who's standing in the circle to help you. The
20
debuff.
seconds. 20 seconds and it stacks. So like every time it gets a stack, it's back to 20 seconds. I mean, it's like you probably have like same
No,
shit.
I understand it. I'm
yeah.
just trying to think what the timings would be for that.
So the guy who gets it, right? He has it for 24 seconds.
I understand it.
Okay.
I was just too lazy to look up the duration. I asked if you knew it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But like what I'm saying is that if you look at the health you have, and if it's like if you have like what 35k health, and you take 2.8k per second, I mean it's not too crazy to heal. And it's only gonna be on like two targets, maybe 4. It's like nothing.
Load screen bus again.
Oh, it's up.
Yeah, the teleporter's up.
Not up and down.
It wasn't Morg. I think we probably we know we need 2, probably 2. Let's see if we need 3 on Mythic, but I doubt it.
Revolt, I actually thought we needed 3 on Heroic based on what it is.
It says that it does 2062 damage per second, and then you leech 1.4k from every ally, or from all allies within 5 yards. So if you want the guy to stay healthy, you want 2.
Well, we want him to gain health because we don't want him to sit at neutral. So I think,
yes, so 2.
if possible,
No?
3.
How can it be 3 if each player drains 1.4k? And the dot does 2k. 2 players would then be 2.8k.
Yeah, you're only getting 800 health a second then. There's mechanics that do damage in the fight. You want to be able to heal the people that are taking damage. Ideally, you want to heal them faster than 800k a second if they get hit for, say, 10k off of a mechanic or something during the AoE phase or whatnot.
Is it me that's not understanding this correctly then?
Zork. Alright. Let me set up groups a little bit because we need rotations and I can't put up an ERT node or something like that to give individual names. So I'll try to do it group wise. So just give me 2 seconds to set this up. So in essence, for those of you that have done this fight on Heroic, the only ability that changes is that when you soak with someone that has the miasma, you get a debuff called Essence Sap. You can see in the Dungeon Journal. I'll look at it right now. So in essence, you can only soak for so long before you have to get out of it. So we need a rotation for this. So what I'm going to do is I'll call group 1 would be up first, then group 2, then group 3, then group 4, and then so on and so forth, depending on how many groups we're going to need. We'll see. We'll start with 2 people soaking and see how that goes. And then if we need 3, we could swap it if necessary. So yeah, just give me 2 seconds to set up groups so that we don't have all healers doing it at one time or whatever. Oh, and I guess for those of you that didn't, so the way we do this is we'll pull the boss roughly towards the middle. Well, we're gonna tank him where he is in essence, right? So we put all of our soaks, say on that side, we'll face it around the other way, and then you're going to get another mechanic called ejection, and those need to get taken away. You'll get an arrow on top of your head, and if you get those, you need to move towards the triangle, like basically away from the raid, because you can't let that hit the raid. So, all right, groups are set. So what we'll do, we'll get a poll. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if it's 2 miasmas or 3. But in essence, what I want happening is minus the tanks, obviously. Let's say the first debuff comes out. It's going to be group 1 that's going to be soaking. So Vel, McAdams, Thek, and Sherry. So basically 2 of you guys should split into one circle and 2 into the other circle. And then when you guys get, let's see, how many stacks do we want to go to? If it goes every second and it goes up by 15%, I would say probably 3 tops before it gets kind of too much to heal. So let's just stick with 3 stacks. And then once your 3 stacks are up, then group 2 would go in, and then so on and so forth. All right, so let's get some pulls in here. Does everyone have a covenant ability and all that good stuff?
I can't select one.
Oh, really? I was able to.
You just do it on the next pull.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if it, like, allows me afterwards. I tried running in and out, but I can talk to the NPC, but he doesn't actually offer me any options.
Yo, for one of the Lockstrap Hellstones.
There we go, you sir.
Oh, before we pull, let me just swap to Affley.
So JP, you can pull first. Just keep it where it is and face it towards, let's say, Skull. Another thing that's going to happen is we're going to get, it's either consume or expunge, but you're going to hear me say spread. Just make sure you guys spread out for that portion. If you're one of the players that is got the miasma on you, you'll probably have to pop personal, but we'll see what the damage intake is. But go ahead and count it, JP. What were you swapping on? 2 stacks? 3 stacks?
I don't remember.
So you're standing at the back of the bus, and if you get... Oh shit, there's 4. Wow. Can you see how fast the stacks go up, mainly? Just so?
It's every second.
Every second? Okay.
Good. Wait. I think it's around 8. I think it might be different.
I'll get the soaks in order after this. I just need to see how many of those miasmas spawn. This is where you spread. And then you come back in on the back of the bus. And then comment, I'll clear these. So don't run into these orbs, they do a decent amount of damage. I'll clear them. So if you don't have a debuff or high stacks, just get in one of those circles, please. And leech.
Need some help here in the middle.
Spread. Coming back. Alright, so the question is, that we need to figure out, is if we can have people quote-unquote YOLO, or if we need to assign this, because there's going to be 4.
There's 4 ejections too.
If you don't have a covenant, talk to this guy on the left here.
Yeah, I've been talking to him. He literally doesn't have options for me.
Try talking to him and then close the window and then talk again. That's what I had to do.
I've tried doing that. I'm gonna try relogging.
One thing I'm kind of curious about is if you do a Venn diagram and you stand in 2 circles at once, do your stacks go up twice as fast, which I assume would be the answer, but I guess we could see.
Let's see. I have some people messaging me saying that they got really high stacks, and it wasn't like. Was it hard to heal the people that were going up high on stacks?
I got to 6 stacks without even noticing. So
I
no.
get to 9 and I barely felt it.
Like I think you can go higher than 10. I think you could probably go up to 20 if you're not in danger. Because I mean, the only
What's in essence what I'm getting at is like, I just wanted to know if I needed to be like specific on the assignments, but it doesn't seem like that. Why don't we just have, so there's going to be 4, right? Like for the next few pulls, let's just have people kind of using their own judgment on when they think they should help soak and when they shouldn't. So in essence, like if you see people, like we need 2 people per circle, right? So if you see 2 people in a circle, like don't go help assist soak. But if you don't see people, just go in, and then let's see how that goes over the next few pulls with people using their own judgment. And then if that doesn't work, we will go into specific assignments of like assigning 2 people per each one. Because right there, it literally didn't feel like it even like mattered. I don't know if it's like bugged or not scaled correctly or whatever, but more importantly, like it's very important that just to give us some more space, or I guess we should get Tank there for the second mechanic. Never mind. But it's very important that everyone's at the back of the boss, and that the people that get the ejections are moving away from the raid, like specifically towards green, or you can move to green or to the opposite side. I'll put a marker there, or to purple. Either way, you can go to either side with your ejections. Just don't put it towards the raids or the tanks. Bell, are you logging back in, or?
Yeah, I had a small patch. Maybe that's why.
Let's get a pull while we wait for it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Drew. Back of the boss face. Again, use your own judgment for the soaking. Don't stand on green, because that's where we want our ejections to go. We basically want everyone on circle. Where's Brenda?
I got him.
This is why we can't like. Hold on, we can't have people standing on green if that's where we want to aim our ejections. So.
I think we're gonna need to assign, because it seems like, I mean, they're out pretty much 24/7, right? And once you soak up to 15 or whatever you're soaking to, you then have to stay the fuck away from everybody for a while.
We should do. We could do 2. I think 4 groups should be good. Because that gives us 10 players. Yeah, that should be good. 2 groups should be good, and you can go just like change it every 20 seconds, right? Because the debuff will drop.
Yeah.
When I soaked till 20, the ability just finished and chose another people. Like the circle thing.
Okay, how was your health soaking to 20? I didn't get a chance to because I was one of the ones with the circle.
I was fine. A bit scary when the AoE came out, but I was pretty much topped. So I was basically casting a player of healing with targeting myself as the primary target. So I was kind of high with HP. With 20 stacks, I was able to survive the AoE thing. It's maybe not the safest way, but possible.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could try seeing how the healers can keep a stop without a lot of self-healing, because if you have to take a bunch of time self-healing yourself to be able to stack to 20, I don't think that's the play. Maybe a stack to 15 or something.
All right, so for starters, right? Let's get this positioning sorted out, because there's a lot of you guys are standing like here, right? But as I've said, like we're aiming our ejections here. So what that is here you go. I'll link it. This cannot be. You cannot be hit by that, because say you get hit by someone else's ejection and then you get targeted by the next set of ejections, you're dead. So that's why I'm saying that do not stand on green and do not stand on blue. You can stand anywhere on diamond at the back of the bus. And if player doesn't move it on an ejection out, then that's on them, right? But don't be standing on green and then not get hit by like an ejection. It's basically
Just maybe just tell people to start here because they are just standing there and like hitting
Start
us
on
from
top.
there.
Just start on that. Can we summon you, Sora? Can we get a stone? And then also what we're going to do is we're going to do sets of soaks, right? So we're going to start with everyone in groups. I guess I should exclude. Yeah, so everyone in groups 1 and 2 are going to be in charge of soaking first. So there's going to be 4 people that have miasma, right? And we need 2 people in each one. So I guess the only bad part about this is if somebody gets it, but I can't really. Just if you're in groups 1 and 2 and you get miasma, just call it out for somebody from groups 3 and 4 to come help you on the first set. So in essence, what I want happening is everybody in groups 1 and 2 soaking the miasma, like leeching, so they can leech off of you. And then as soon as you guys get to what stack did you say was too much, Sorg?
Probably like 15 is a good number to step out for now.
I'd say 10. Let's just go to 10 tops and then step out. And then, yeah, we'll go with that.
10 should be fine. It feels like if one person gets 10, the another one should get 10 as well. So we're gonna like spread the damage equally through the raid.
And be careful to not get hit by extra miasmas. Like when the new ones come out, it'll reset your stacks if you're accidentally right next to someone who gets it, right? Then you can't soak for a while.
Let's
We
count.
make sure we get bloodlust like on pull.
Miasmas. Alright, groups 1 and 2. In charge of soaking right now. If you get ejection, go to triangle or square. Triangle or square with ejections. That's good.
Wait, your stacks go down equally.
I could use some help here. Stack.
So,
Spread. Resin.
McAdams or the priest?
Probably the priest for DPS.
I'll have to wait till his angel's over.
Groups 3 and 4 should be in
Yeah,
now.
2 seconds. I'm down.
Got him.
Thank you.
Spread. Rally this kid. Okay, so a couple things. Let's wipe it up. When we do that spread mechanic, so the lower their HP, the larger their circle. The larger your circle, and more damage you take. If you have a large circle, when I call that spread, or you see the blue circle around you, you have to pop a personal cooldown, or you're gonna die. So just
Ideally,
keep
a
that in
health
mind.
pod.
Yeah, one of the two. You have to.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I just soloed an entire soak myself, Warlock.
Really?
Yep.
All right, that's good to know.
You use Demon Skin to get a big soul leech, and then you pop. I think I didn't even pop Wall, and I was able to live it. I was very low, but I did it myself. With no
So
help.
certain classes can take more stacks?
Heal them,
No,
but
no.
you
I
can't
soloed. Like I had the mechanic. I couldn't
Oh.
take a healing, and I didn't get any people to soak with me, and I just soloed it.
Revolt, the bigger circles don't do more damage, it's just a bigger effect. But I would suggest using a speed cooldown or something to get out of the group.
Maybe Warlock should put personal teleports in the back. Put some gateways down.
I think we're gonna use a gateway for the big AoE mechanic later, maybe. Whatever
So,
it's called again.
when we have a miasma and we have the circles to spread, should we like just spread? Like we're not escorting people, or
No, spread. I mean,
Okay.
like, if you don't spread, you're gonna kill people.
Yeah, you're gonna
Okay.
cleave them, and they can't take any healing anyways. So if you
Yeah.
stand down, you're gonna kill them.
If you fall behind and you fail on soaking people, they're gonna die anyway.
I think we should
Yeah,
tank it
okay.
in the middle too, JP, just to give people more space, and then we could always bring it to the edge before the consume. Like
Yeah.
that way we have more space.
Revolt, I was kind of wondering why we didn't face it the way we did on Heroic, where he was just faced towards the window there.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, we can do that.
It kind of does. You have two sides to fully work with.
Yeah. Well, I also liked it because I felt like people had more room to spread out. Because if you look at it, you know, they're standing on where Diamond was and they all run out for the expunge. You start running into the wall quicker that way. Whereas if we're standing on his back right here, we're basically in the middle of the room. We have more room to quickly spread out.
Let's do. So green and diamond ideally for the ejections. We'll pull the boss to the middle, and then you guys can stand at the back by orange. He's a ready check. So I mean, if he could take a full stack and not die, like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to get too intricate with the soak orders. If like just kind of have like self awareness as to like how many stacks you can take if you think you're in trouble, step out type of thing. But I guess moral of the story is that people. Yeah, I guess like moral of the story is there needs to be 2 people in, but like I'll leave it up to you guys to kind of handle like whether you think you could take additional stacks or not. Like I would say 10 to 15 is probably.
I mean, the issue I saw with having everybody over at that position was that there was just so many circles clumped up, you didn't really know who was soaking what. And
You can
when
use
got in,
more-
You just clip people.
Use more of the room right now. Just be like at the back of the boss on orange, basically, and then ejections go to the side. You can be spread out amongst orange. There's 4 up. People need to soak. Red. Ejection. Spread. Hey, if you can clear some of these with like AMSs and stuff like that. This is a wipe though.
I think maybe the off tank should
Yeah, we are clearing.
clear. I just sold one again, by the way. So it's as it is right now. Warlocks can solo. Like they don't need any people to help them.
Look at Aura Mastery or Devo Aura, however you guys refer to it as, on the first spread AoE mechanic, and then we'll do Rallying Cry on the second one, and what else do we got? Maybe let me put these markers. So like we keep having people getting cleaved by the ejections. I know it's tougher in melee, obviously, but you guys gotta really try to avoid those because we can't have people dying a lot. I moved the marker slightly some more, so you guys like use anything on orange, so back of the boss, and then try to take ejections to like triangle and diamond area. It's the least amount of people standing in those areas in those angles. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, JP.
I was gonna say if you're a fast class with teleports and stuff, you can even go farther up. Just don't cleave the tanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Here we have 2 in each one. Ejections. You're not.
Fucked up.
You could just console on that, no, JP?
On the second overall. Not
Good spread. Aura mastery this one. We're gonna get ejections soon. You guys should get back to circle as much as possible. Ejections.
taunted. Go still.
Red. Rally.
Come taunt.
Ejections soon. Ejections. Move those out. Spread. Personal this one. That one killed me. Alright, this is consumed, so this is where we want to, I didn't put a marker, but get to the back of the room, like where the railing is right now. And then we stack up, put down a AMZ, stuff like that. I'll put a marker for this. And then after that, it's just a rinse and repeat, and we just do that over and over again. We just need to clean it up a little bit. Like, we still have people getting hit by ejections, and like, remember, if you get hit by someone else's ejection and then you get targeted by the next ejection, that's just on you. You're dead unless you pop an immunity. So I'm sure that happened on a couple scenarios there. So just be wary. Like, you cannot get hit by other people's ejections.
Would it be an idea to maybe play more on one side of the room, and then as that gets crowded with orbs, swap over to the other side to have like to make the life easier for the off tank to clear the orbs?
I think ideally, yeah.
It's not really a problem though, because you can only soak so quickly because of the knockback. And by the time you get to about 6 orbs, you have to go back to the tank swap.
Yeah, I don't know how much downtime the off tank has. That's why I was wondering.
7 seconds of clearing, 7, 8 seconds ish, and then we have to come taunt again.
Look, I mean, you're gonna have constant clearing going on anyway, so I mean, it's not an issue in the end.
There are 2 things we can say about that. So
we need to come to like moonish, right, guys? When we're going into consume phase, just run to moon, and we'll pop an AMZ and heal lots and survive that portion. There'll still be miasmas out, so just keep leeching away.
Hey, Revolt, what if we just have the melee go to purple for like the Fisher thing that he does, and then we just have the range go to green? That way, like, there's no way, like, you know, like McAdams had a guy behind him and it like one-shot him basically, and that would just like prevent that.
There's no reason even for the range to be that far out. They can be close to the boss too. It makes it easier than to see if you're actually going to cleave someone. Because basically, if one is in melee, as long as you don't stack, well, not melee, but just a bit behind. As long as everyone is there, you'll know right away you're not going to cleave.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're a class with very good movement abilities, try and aim even farther than green, so you know there's more room. Like, you can go almost all the way for the pillar. You just don't want to cleave the tank.
It's like kind of also self-awareness a little bit too. Right?
Yeah.
It's just like they have a blue arrow on top of their head, so like once you see it on them, like kind of reposition yourself as needed.
Speaking of that, try not to drop. I know like spreading, but on the spread, try not to drop the orb on the group, right? Like I know we're soaking them up, and we can soak them up, but it just helps out, right?
Coming. Move those out. Good. And
Go ahead and swap.
we're gonna be spreading here shortly. Spread now. Back in. Objections. Present. There. Is that an injection?
Got it 3 times. How do you deal with that?
Swap.
These are a lot of orbs though. Oh, Let's wipe it up. Alright, let's look to see what's going on here. So, Deck ejection, Zorg ejection, Nesho ejection, Euro ejection. So we had 4 people die to ejections, and then after that, a couple miasmas. Did you die to miasma, Manway, while we were spreading, or?
I think I died to miasma after I came back from the spread. So I had the what's miasma? Miasma's the line, right?
Miasma's the circle around you.
Okay, yeah, I died to the circle around me. I had the line, so I had to do that. Then I went back in, and then we had the spread, and I came back and I died from that.
So you got targeted by the ejection 3 times in a row, Euro?
Yep.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
How do you deal with that?
Thing.
You don't.
after like having miasma, then spreading, then I came back to the group. I got 2 people soaking me and still got pain sap and cocoon. That's the only like thing that let me live here. So that's just scuffed.
You gotta make sure that when you run out, like, don't keep moving until don't keep moving until the ejection actually hits. Because I was in position and then I got hit by 2 people effectively, like running until the ejection actually happened right on top of me.
That's one of the things, like
take your spot and then you stand still to have the other people with ejection like position themselves around you.
Wicked County.
I mean, if you didn't have the injection and you were on circle, how'd you get clear? Either that or you were out of position, right?
No. Like I used my teleport, like my warlock teleport, to green. Then other people came and ran like over me with their own ejection.
Ejections, by the way.
And I got cleaved by theirs.
Ejections right now. After this Desolate, we're gonna like top everyone off. Just get top up. And leech a little bit more and spread now. Spread. Okay, back in. Ejection coming up. So get ready to move these out.
I need 1 more to soak me. Thank you.
Res, Euro.
Taunting.
Wait.
Spread. Rally this.
Taunt.
Come here. Man, we're getting place, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I was just waiting for myself to get topped a little bit.
Injections. It's away. We don't have enough healers though. We gotta figure out what's going on as far as. I mean, we're still losing people with ejections.
There was one guy just taking it on top of the entire group. Not sure exactly who it was. I guess he was leeching off people and then stating too much.
Another thing to factor in here is like, are people taking too much damage from like standing in the thing for the leeching miasma? Because right now, like the health of the raid looks very unstable, and like what we're doing right now as far as like our HP going into desolations and going into the spread, like we're not going to survive past 2. Because we get through the first one because we have Aura Master, we have a rally on the second one, but it like right now our HP is too unstable. So like maybe drop down the amount of stacks that you guys are going up to. Like instead of, I don't know if you're going to like 15 right now or 12 or whatever, maybe do like 8, 10 and then have people swap.
I think, to be honest, I think we just have too many people soaking it. Like you have like maybe 4 in 1, etc. Right? So like, how about we just make some arbitrary like sections, right? Like you have this is right, and then you have mid, which is like around orange here, and then you have left, yeah. So like you would have like warlocks, you and plus a hunter, maybe you take care of left, and then you have some people in charge of the middle area, and then you have some people in charge of the right area. So there's always going to be like 4 to 6 people around each area to swap off soak, and then you like maybe you, because you tank the boss in the middle here at orange, yeah. Right?
Like just before orange, but yeah.
Yeah. So like you can have the middle group would be the melee group. So if a melee gets it or a melee has to help out, then you still have uptime on boss, and then left and right is range camps. And you just like have by classes. So you have like hunters left, warlocks right, or whatever, and then you just kind of use your eyes to see if people go out and you swap off them in each area. Like that would just maybe make it more stable, because then you don't have like 3 rings at the same location. Maybe 1 ring overlaps and you soak 2 rings, and then 4 people is in 1.
Yeah, okay.
And it gets out of hand. So you just have some like spaces around the room.
You can also do quadrants and then mark the people. That's not a bad idea, Zorg.
Probably don't have time to have it auto mark right
Nah,
now, but that's definitely what it'll do on live.
Yeah. They made a weak ore for it?
Looks like it. It's auto marking the 4 people, and then they go to a specific marker on in the rim.
Sense, for sure.
It's
That's kind of like
easier.
Yeah, that's kind of the best way to do it.
Okay. I don't have time to set that up now.
We have what, 20 minutes? I mean, like what that guy was just saying, like even when he was talking about like having semi-quadrants is kind of a good idea. Let's try to do something of the sort. Give me 2 seconds.
I think it might be best to do like.
Do you have bigwigs working, Iowa?
What? It works.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Mine's not working.
It works out of the box. Maybe you just need to install like an alpha version. Like you go into Twitch, type bigwigs, and then versions go into install.
I gave him assist. Let's see if it marks. Like literally, like I'm just gonna pull and see if he puts on markers, and if he does, we're gonna wipe it and then set up quadrants. So just get a pull here.
I mean, you don't have to have hard people. You can just have like class by quadrants.
Wait.
No.
Let me have hard disabled it because I never use it online.
Maybe my
Yeah,
time
yours.
is different from yours.
Yours didn't mark the people. Feels bad. All right, just do pull like how we were. I'm doing a big top off here, and then Start spreading. Spread now.
Don't.
Back in.
I cancel for. This one's too hard.
Objection.
Oh, God damn it.
I mean, somebody like I teleported, and then 2 people walked onto like the path of my teleporter. Like, there's got to be more.
Okay,
self-awareness
so-
than that.
That's what happened to me when I teleported last time. Like people are running into the very last second until they like it actually impacts, and then yeah, do you know what I mean? And until the ejection actually like happens, people are still walking
Just
out with it.
like move a little bit and then stop so that you're not cleaving additional people. Just wipe it again. We could set up loose quadrants. I mean, truthfully, miasma's not even our issue right now. It's ejections, which kills us every attempt. But for the sake of min-maxing, we could set up some quadrants. It'll make ejections harder, though. You gotta go like in between the markers. So, here, I'll do.
Honestly, that might make it easier because there's more spots to put ejections to. The way that we're doing it now, people are trying to rush to get to one specific spot, and they're doing something very late, and then there's 3 people stacking right on top of each other.
So, in essence, like where the markers are or where the groups stand, like roughly, right? Like obviously we have melee, so they don't really count. But everybody else can stand in their quadrant, so give me a second. Let me put 1 melee in every group. I think we have that. How many melee do we have? 1, 2. Alright, let's do this. We'll have group 1, diamond, group 2, triangle, group 3, star, group 4, circle. Please remember that. So group 1, diamond, group 2, triangle, group 3, star, group 4, circle. You don't like stand kind of around those markers. We're going to tank the boss in the middle, and then your ejections would go in between the markers, basically. Anywhere in between the markers. Alright, let's get a pull. We only got about 20 minutes left, so. Let's see if we can get to the consume phase without having everybody die on ejections all the time. Who is that? Zorg? Go towards diamond. Leech from diamond people, there's nobody. Just make sure there's a soak on every color, is basically our play. Heal everybody up. We need a quick top because we're about to spread. Spread now. If you have a you need to pop a personal.
There's no way for me to live through this. There's no one to soak on diamond. I moved to triangle and
Somebody on the circle side literally backed their giant circle up into 3 other people.
And everybody's just congregating behind the boss again, like nobody's even at their markers. We don't have anybody at diamond. 2 people are trying. Split. I'll move the markers in so that melee and tanks can help as well.
Hey, Roll, can I make a suggestion on the quadrants?
Sure, but I'm almost certain that these quadrants are probably the way to go.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking we shouldn't be so spread. What I'd say is just tank the boss on diamond, and then we can just say front left, front right for the melee, and back left, back right, like 10 yards behind them for the ranged. And so everybody's still congregated back behind the boss, but we have little time, smaller quadrants all kind of congregated behind the boss, and then we can still do our original strategy with the ejections and the running and everything.
Well, the original injection strat, we weren't doing well, right?
Well, that's because we weren't really saying like, okay, you take care of this.
Sorry.
From left or front
If
right.
I change these markers, I'm just putting what I can down. I think that should be close enough that ranged and melee can all kind of be. So again, like, let me move JP. Screw.
I mean, you can assume that the markers will always be safe spot for ejection.
It should be like ejection. These markers are not for ejections. Ejections would go in between the markers. So if you get ejection, for example, if I put a diamond on my head, so if I'm a circle player and I get ejection, I would move here and I should be safe because there should be no one standing in between markers. So as of right now, we're gonna do group 1 on diamond, group 2 on triangle, group 3 on circle, group 4 on star. Can you guys head to your markers right now, outside of group 1, obviously, since it's on top of the boss? So
you have Star on group 1 who's just going to hit from front.
I mean, he can just slide into the side if need be.
It may seem like a stupid thing to say, but I did see some people do it. Like if you are helping someone to heal, like if you're standing so he can leash off of you, and he gets the ejection, you can't follow him. Like you need to let him run off alone, take the hit, and then get back to you so you can leash off of him. I saw a few melee running with the guy, getting hit by his ejection.
JP, like really do try your best to stay in your quadrant. Obviously, as a melee, you're gonna have to move up a little bit, but you should still be able to soak on the edge. If you're the guy with the miasma and you see that a melee is not in range of you, just make sure you guys like step up a little bit. So McAdams, go to diamond since that's not taken. We don't have one on star either, which means there should be one miasma in each quadrant, basically. Okay. We need to top everyone here because we're about to spread. Spread now.
So,
personal if you need. Okay, now back into your quadrants.
Did help at the start.
One miasma in each quadrant. Back into your quadrants. If there's 2 and 1, just go find the one that's open.
Go.
I need to drop the stacks.
I can soak more 31 here.
Spread this. Rally. Oh, you're dead. I mean, this certainly works better. We just need to execute it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot easier if the 4 people just get a mark and they go to that color.
Yeah.
And then everyone stays on the color.
Right.
What I ran into that time in the clear example of not going too high in stacks is like, yeah, I was fine going to 18 stacks, but then I got a miasma on me and then I was just fucked.
Like, you can swap every 20 seconds, right? Like, I don't think peak going up to 18 stacks is smart whatsoever. Like, it just, the damage amount that's going out on the raid, like on Desolations, it's not manageable. So, like, taking that much ticking damage, and then we have to spread for Desolation, and then, like, someone is inevitably dying every single time. I really think, like, within your 5 quadrants, people should be dancing in and out. There should only be 2 people in, and there should be an additional 2 people not in, and then after X amount of stacks, you just swap in. Like, don't go over 10 or 12, I would say, so that it's manageable raid damage. Because, right, like, if you look at it right now, like, we're not going to make it past consume. There's not enough healing going out for the amount of damage that we're taking.
I feel like they're starting off with, like, a good amount of people on yellow, then those people just disappear.
I mean, yeah, it's very important that you don't.
There's only like
Switch.
ever the hunter and one more guy there together with me, and we're missing 2 people.
Group 1
Which is
diamond.
Melee and the Holy Paladin.
1
Maybe
diamond.
offline though.
Group 1 diamond. Group 2 triangle. Group 3 circle. Group 4 on star. And then remember, if there's 2 miasmas in one spot, just take yours to the open color that doesn't have a miasma, so that we always have 1 miasma in every spot. All right, count you. Miasmas. There's not 1 on star. Good. Help him soak. Remember, we only need 2 people in. There's 2 people. Ejections. Resin. And spread. And then back in to your spots.
And then make 2 interbase lanes.
Taunted.
Need help on green. Where are the green people?
I'm over here because I had a circle and I went to diamond.
I'm moving to green.
I need soaks. I'm on diamond.
Moving back to green.
Yeah, solo star for now.
Spread. Rally. Back to your spell. I won't be able to stay alive much longer. Get cocoon. Give it to me.
After the spread, go back to the fucking marker that you were assigned to.
To your spots. That's what. Now this is where we go into the transition, anyways. What did you consume? So now you would head to the rails at the start of the room, like by circle, just past circle. And that's where we stand there. We drop down AMZ, you heal, you leech, and then you come back and you do the phase. And it's like literally a rinse and repeat. So yeah, I mean it's just execution, right? Like the general gist of the strategy is down, but like a couple people have said, like once you move out with ejection or after the spread mechanic or anything like that, it's very important that you go back to your quadrant so that we don't. And again, like I still see people. There's like 3 people standing in a circle. You don't need it. You only need 2. Right? So there's 5 people per quadrant. 2 of you soak when it first comes out. After 10 stacks or so, just leave, and then another 2 people go in. Don't just give your entire group stacks for no reason. No need to do that. It just creates more raid damage for our healers. Alright, let's go.
That's a good point in chat.
Yeah, I think that would be probably smart, is to just take your ejections clockwise all the time. That way we're not overlapping them. Put a miasma on each spot.
You want it, no?
Lost the reader.
Yeah, we need here.
I'm gonna dip out on star. You take out. You take it, hunter on star. I'm sending everybody outside.
Okay, we need a big top off here, and then we're spreading. Top everybody up. And spread. Back to your quadrant. Back to your quadrant. Res Brundar.
Help us star.
Ejections, move out.
Oh, that's fine.
If you can soak off of Thek, make sure you do so. I am at 2.
Okay, Mart over by triangle here.
Alright, this might be bug or something, because that's taking my whole health bar with splitting the stacks or whatever. I don't know if it's bugged and applying that improperly or what, but I'm getting one shot now.
Like soaking the miasma?
Yeah, ever since I started that, the overwhelmed one shots me. If I don't have brew up.
The whole time? Because, like, what are your stacks going to? I only go up to 10 and it's not killing me.
Well, it's not supposed to affect that damage.
Yeah, I have an impression that people sometimes that just try to approach others to make them soak, and I got to 24 because I couldn't just move away from people with circle because they were always stepping on me.
Like, obviously on live we'll have a weak aura that kind of assists with this, but like for now, like it's kind of like your own. I don't know how to say it. Like you kind of had to pay attention to your own stacks, and like as the person with the miasma, like also pay attention to your surroundings and see like who's stack. If someone's clearly moving away from you, they don't want your stacks. So like don't just keep pacing them and things like that. Like obviously, like again, with a weak aura, it's going to be way easier. But for testing purposes, like kind of just have to be aware of what's going on. Because again, like I've said this a few times, but we only need 2 people in there at a time. So don't just put the circle on top of the entire raid group on your quadrant. It doesn't really help anybody. It just causes a lot of extra unnecessary damage. So 2 people per, and just swap off. We need one on circle. That was good with the ejection. Top off and spread. And then back to your quadrant. Ejections. Not one on.
All on
There's not one on star either.
Why are they all on green?
People soaking.
Spread. Rally this personal as well. Yeah. Just die. We have to have people getting, like, you have to notice if, like, there's 2 or 3 on one side and move. There needs to be 1 on each quadrant. Does anyone have their bigwigs or DBM working where you have the option to mark the people with miasma, like, in there? I could just give you assist and that'll make this much easier.
It's there, right? But it doesn't work.
I can do it with DBM. If you want to give me assist, we'll try it.
Okay.
Same.
Did you said bigwigs didn't work?
Yeah, I gave assist to Iwo, and his didn't. Wasn't working.
Which version are you running of bigwigs? Is it the latest alpha build?
Yep.
Okay.
I can also mark volatile ejection, but if we're doing one, we probably shouldn't do the other.
Yeah,
Try
no,
with DBM and see if it works.
yeah, let's see if it works.
Do you want me to try doing both?
We don't need ejections, Mark. There's
Okay.
arrow on top of your head.
All right. Well, I have a check to do the gluttonous miasma then.
Let's go. Probably got a couple pulls left before they switch it to
Next
Dark
boss
Vein, Minerva.
is, yikes.
Yeah, that boss was yikes on heroic, so I'm curious what's gonna happen. Make sure we got one on each board. Oh yeah, it didn't work, right? Augers. What is it? Star.
Did I clean my entire group there? Star?
Yeah, you did.
Fuck my life. Stupid.
Oh, the markers that we have up. Just follow it. Like, here's. Get ready to spread. Spread now. Or a mastery of this, please. Okay, back in. Just follow the markers. Like, if you're diamond, go to diamond. If you're triangle, go to triangle. If you got star on top of your head, go to star. And if you're circle, go to circle.
Wait. Spread.
Injection. Press him.
The diamond with the diamond on their head is not moving.
Jeez, it's star. Or, sorry. Is it green?
Now let's follow your markers, guys. Whatever's on top of your head, just go to that spot. That's it. Use a health center for low. Oh, this is gonna hurt a lot. Pop whatever you can. Oh, nice. Go past circle. Go past circle. It's over here. You just stop here. If you have AMZ, use it. This requires a lot of healing as well. And then, yeah, that's it. You just restart. So back to the spots and then back to the middle. Okay, so just so everyone's clear, wipe it up, by the way. There's markers being put on top of your head because now it works. So just like everyone is assigned to a quadrant, right? So keep the groups the same, but if you get just follow whatever markers on your head. So for example, if you're in diamond group but you get the circle marker, just go over to circle. Everybody with the miasmas just follow the marker. Oh, it's in Dark Vein now. Feels bad, man.
I need a minute. Be right back.
Okay. This boss was really cancer, actually.
Yeah, well, shit.
It was bugged with pets, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Remember to Curse of Tongues the ads here.
How many ads spawn?
Did any of you guys on testing like actually manage to properly use this? What the hell is that shit called on the side? The containers?
I mean, wasn't really. We didn't really use them, and it never caused. It never caused a container breach. Like we just didn't click them, and we didn't get a single container breach.
Does anyone have a buddy that would want to fill? We had someone who had to leave, so.
I think so. Check.
Just click on the little wheel on it and then it drains the one that's not active.
Yeah, but that didn't work, right? Like on her.
Yeah, it did.
It did? Okay.
Just we never had to do it because we wiped before needing to, I guess. But now, if you click it, I guess all of the drains splits into the other ones.
Alright, well. This boss is fucking AIDS. I don't even know where to start to explain this shit.
Wait, Revolt, do you just want to grab that Mistweaver and like the general chat and I can just DPS?
Oh, you get to tank this boss. Have fun, dude. Unless they fixed it and made it better.
What did you guys taunt swap on this one?
After 2 stacks.
And Beware, we saw it was cleaving on Heroic. I don't know if that's
Just
a bug or not.
pull into the middle again.
I forget.
Oh, there's 4 on Mythic. Like, you know, the little lines that you gotta break the... What are they called? The
Blood orbs?
yeah, the like blood orbs.
I
And
know what they're called. That was just a...
Well, cool. Okay, while we wait for one, we can just get a pull in.
See what this nonsense is all about.
So there's gonna be... Oh my, those ads, alright. You just loosely spread around the boss on this boss. We pull it into the middle. And then there's gonna be 4 blood orbs that spawn. I call them blood orbs. Can't remember the exact name. And 4 of you will get targeted by them. You just run on top of it and make sure your line touches it and it'll break. Those 4 blood orbs. Just make sure you're, if you get the mechanics, here it comes. Make sure you connect the lines. There's one person.
Star, you need to run to the blood orb in front of you.
Yeah, there you go.
You need to run on top of it.
He died before he got there.
I think it has to be inside the 3.
There's 4, so you have to connect all 4.
Or 4.
So basically, if you get one of those, you just run on top of the blood red orb.
Make sure you go drop your debuff off. Go out.
You need to tank the ad, by the way, otherwise you cast condemn.
And then this stuff's, you gotta soak those red circles.
Okay, so one thing, these conjured manifestations can be interrupted, but the one that looks like it has to be tanked is the Harvester Spectre, whatever the hell it's called. So we can ranged and melee interrupt those ones that are casted, like just straight up casting it. 2 out of 3 can be interrupted.
Honestly, we probably want to solo interrupt them and save your beam for when they're grouped up.
Yeah, I just saw it was interruptible, so I tried.
Yeah,
and I did.
So the first mechanic, you guys like the red orbs that are on the ground, and then 4 of you guys will get lines. The easiest way for you guys to do it is just each person pick an orb to go stand on, and it'll break pretty much instantly. As long as your line is traveling through, you're good.
You need to make sure you tank the big ad. Because the reason why cast the condemn was because there was like no one. I mean, it was not engaged in combat like melee combat.
Would you be picking that up first, JP?
I mean, there's 2 of them.
No,
it has to be
there's-
melee combat.
There's one big, right? There's one big.
Yeah, no, I wasn't there yet.
Just a stupid question.
Trying to help out the other tank.
I just wanted to make sure if I understand correctly, the big red circles around players with yellow arrows should be soaked, right? We should help them soak that?
The ones around the players?
Yes, with
The really
No.
big ones that look
No.
red, no. I'm gonna take
You
these
take
lightly
that
away.
Yeah, they cleave you, so you don't want to be in them, but you don't want to move them to Africa either, because ads spawn from them, and we need to take care of the ads.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. Thank you.
Like, honestly, it wasn't that bad of a spread what we had going, where we had 2 on, 1 on, just a triangle around the group.
If you want to make it simple, you can lust and pop coolness on the ads.
I mean, we're gonna get more than 1 wave of ads, probably.
If
Oh, yeah.
you can camp.
You know you're avoiding, right, Rose? You got 4 stacks there.
Wait, what?
When she has exposed desires on you, there's a little red bitch that spawns that you have to face, otherwise you gain an additional stack. And you should be able to see it when they cast on me unless they fixed it. So like here in a second, see if you can see it. I don't know if you saw that.
Get a bunch of red shit. 4 orbs are out.
It's a copy of her.
Get ready to take your lines on top of them. Just go to an orb.
That orb has to be inside the.
Brendar, you need to get
Whoever has star.
Oh, there's 1 person missing.
Or you need to take it behind. The orb needs to be in.
It has to be inside of the triangle.
Wait, like inside?
Wait, how many people do we have on it?
It's
1, 2,
outside
4.
of the triangle still.
Or if there's 3
I
people
don't
doing
know.
it. Someone's dead now. It's fucked. But yeah, only 3 are going out. Revolt.
You just need to make it so that all the orbs are inside the triangle.
Or maybe one just stays up, and that's the mythic thing where we're just gonna have more pulsing damage over time. We can only clear 3 of 4. I don't know.
No, I think you have to get all of them. So, hold on up a second, let me look at this. I think I figured out what you have to do.
Watching Imperative, and they're not able to clear it right now either.
It might be bugged, but...
No. No, you actually have to get the line to go through. It's just the 3 people. There's 2 of them that spawn in a way that you can make it so that a line goes through both of them, and you just have to find. That's sick. Okay.
I see how it was. So here's... So let's say that orange in triangle were 2 orbs, and there's another orb on the star. I would, if say I was one of these guys, I would have to come over here and kind of take my line through orange and triangle, but also back up enough that my line also went through star if somebody's standing over by star.
Yeah, so like
past star.
In essence, like you have to make, you guys, the 3 people that are assigned have to do it in a way that your line passes over all 4 with 3 people.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. You just have to find the right angles.
Yeah, basically, as long as you have to play connect the dots with the lines, and between 2 people there has to be 2 orbs at least once. Every other time it can be 1 orb, or an orb can be on the corner. But otherwise, if you see 2 of them just in a straight line, pretty easy angle to get, that's the one that you want to do it.
Yeah, so effectively, one guy has to do 2, while the other 2 guys do 1.
Effectively, 2 guys have to do 3, while 1 guy has to do 1.
No, like if there's 4 orbs that spawns and there's 3 players that gets connected with Sins of the Suffering, you just no, like Sins of the Past or whatever. Like you just have to connect them. Yeah. So like if there's 4 orbs and 3 players, one has to do 2 orbs and the other players have to do 1.
That's not how a triangle works, dude. 2 of the lines have to work together. That means 2 people have to do it. You can't just have 2 people go stand on it and it always work. That doesn't work.
But why do you specifically say a triangle? Because it only says Sins of the Past persist until they are simultaneously connected with the beast of the shared suffering.
Let's take another attempt.
How do you make a triangle with 3 people? What other shape is made with 3 lines?
Fair point.
I will
avenge
your
Nacho.
I don't fucking.
Whenever Exposed comes out, cast on, look for a red copy of her. You have to face it. Otherwise you get fucked.
I literally see like a bunch of red shit.
Yeah, whenever you're thinking. They fixed it from last time. Thank God. It's on.
Alright, boys.
Get the lines.
Sora, back up, back up.
It's
You didn't see it.
it's
I can.
these guys right now. Like
Star
it's
needs to move-
you.
Star
It's
needs to
you.
move the
Wait.
line. Star needs to move the line in place. 3 of them are already lined up.
How the fuck am I supposed to move?
I can reach the rogue.
You need to
Uh,
stand behind the go behind the one you're standing.
Your lines just have, we got
Got
it.
it.
Slaying, what the fuck are you doing?
So far out.
I was eating my turkey sandwich and I wasn't looking. My bad.
Y'all grew up or anything?
You need to interrupt the one in the back and kaboom.
Grab doesn't work on them.
Just
gotta
any
interrupt
range
them.
interrupt.
We're just gonna have to have interrupt rotation going.
I'll go in this one, condemn.
Your anima is mine.
Well, I got it, but I died.
Alright, Rev, you gotta drop your debuff out of the raid.
Be much closer. Don't run out.
Yes, we all die.
So, what was I gonna say? Zorg, the silence from Solar Beam doesn't work. It's just the range interrupt. So we need range interrupts and
Yeah.
grips are very nice.
Grips don't work. No, grips.
They don't work.
Can we make sure we're dropping the ads, like the yellow circle around you? Can you guys make sure you're going to purple? Like, don't stack on each other, but just drop them on purple so we can pick them up in one spot. Because like right now, you guys are dropping on opposite sides, and we can't bring them in fast.
They also don't
Drop 'em in
always
a triangle
move
formation.
after an interrupt, so you just need to get them close together because sometimes they'll take a couple steps before they start casting, and sometimes they start casting insta again. So you just need to get them close together so we can cleave them down quick. And slanging that was glorious. Everybody else is lined up like 20 yards behind the orb, just like somebody move.
No, I thought I was.
I
good
have
because
a guy.
I thought that if Bob just backed up, he would have got the last one.
I mean, the easiest, okay, like literally the easiest way to simplify it is make your lines go through each of those orbs. However you guys need to do it, you have to make, like, don't just sit there and be like, oh, you move. No, like, no, just like actually make them go through the orb. Your lines.
I have a guy that can come.
I just suggest.
I say the easiest way to visualize it is to actually, obviously you can't all be stacked up, but go to each, anchor yourself on an orb, and then look at where you need to move to get your lines through multiple orbs. Again.
Good point as well. Is he on right now, or should we?
No,
pull him
no,
out?
another pull.
Okay, let's go, JP.
Yeah.
Dude,
Look
you,
at the mechanic
I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. I'm literally watching these other guys.
Once it gets gas on you, you get rooted. A thing spawns with a red AoE around it. It's a copy of her. You have to face it. It's about as simple as I can explain. You get an additional stack and you get fucked.
I got a tank for. Jeez. I got other things to look for.
I would enjoy wrenching.
Look where the shits are.
Huh?
Get those lines on.
I failed it.
Need to go farther away.
No, I got it.
Oh, nice.
What's
Oh.
up?
Look for it, look for it. Hey, you did.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. No, don't move that to try.
Put them closer.
Don't cleave, but yeah, perfect.
It's a very good setup.
Up, oh, we hear it already.
Make sure you're interrupting if you can.
You can't be stunned at all.
I think you gotta focus on the big guy, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, big guy.
This big guy. The Spectre. I marked it with the skull. Oh, fuck.
Good job.
Oh.
Nice. Alright. Back in the middle. Let's keep going.
Just doing the other one, should so
We'll change of heart. This is where you're gonna move out, right?
yeah.
Alright, get those to diamond, 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 diamond. Just don't be on top of each other.
So
So, bringing the boss down. On the big end. We gotta get rid of those orbs.
Big guy is casting condemn like green tank.
It's not gonna break. Sword guy died. Very damaged.
Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure I nailed that.
I suggested my guy.
I didn't get it.
They're spawning far away, and some people aren't
No?
like returning to get them.
I'd say if you're a range player, loosely spread around the boss and then look for those circles. Like, we don't want you all on one side, right?
That, like, honestly, truthfully, that's the one thing I don't get about this fight, because we don't have to do anything on heroic, is like when and how we're supposed to use the containers.
we were probably supposed to do there because I have to go out to drop my debuff, and if I'm tanking the ad, it's going to start casting, so you'd have to tank both, which is a lot of damage. So you'd probably have to drain at some point there.
Happens if it gets to full, it becomes. Should we discharge it, or do we just make a hunter do it?
No, make someone else do it because we're both tanking something.
Yeah, Beck do it. Just probably have Beck discharge it if he's not doing.
What am I supposed to do?
When she starts channeling to the different anima thing, you go and click the first one she did.
Okay.
When we do that though, it's gonna probably push the bottom two things to stage 2 and maybe stage 3 in the second active one.
Those three. So I'm watching the. I don't think that's worth it. Never mind. All right, let's get a count.
I'm gonna hold lust for ads.
Yeah, I would do it for the ads. Although I don't know if it really matters since we keep getting
Maybe
ads.
not. But might as well try.
Yeah, the Night Fae fucking animations are way too much, man.
They really are.
So?
Get lines on. One of you needs to go past diamond. Orange. No, whoever has circle, go to diamond. Like,
I'm dead.
I think that's the new guy.
No,
Guardian, you don't understand how it works. There's 4 orbs, there's 3 players. One guy has to connect his line through double orbs, essentially. Otherwise, you're not gonna get rid of it.
I have to go by. Last one has to go by circle right now.
yeah, that's
People
what
are
I was
dead.
saying. One of the players needed to go past diamond on the first one, and you didn't do it. So because there was 2 there, you needed to connect your line through both of those. You were like standing on triangle, and your angle was incorrect. Like I'm not saying go to the diamond marker. Like there was 2 on diamond, right? So like I'll literally do it out for you. So there was 2 blood orbs like right around. One was here, and you were standing here for some reason. And all you had to do was go over to this thing, so your line connected through, and the person that was on green needed to shift a little bit, and you guys would have had it, but you didn't move, whoever that was. So just keep that in. You have 4 orbs that you need to break with 3 people, so don't just like go to one orb and think you're good. Like, you have to get the lines to connect to kill all 4.
Yeah. If you give me 3 seconds, I'll show you an example, right? So I'm the diamond marker. I'm by the diamond marker. Let's say there's an orb on diamond and an orb on orange. I might start on the diamond and then see, okay, I'm the one who can probably connect 2 orbs. So I have to find a place in between these 2 at a certain angle such I can get the line through both the orbs.
It's almost, I would say it's more beneficial for 2 people to start, like take their lines through, and then the third person just connect it as needed is probably the best way to do it. Let's get a count. Let's just keep pulling so we can get some more practice on this one.
I will rend your souls.
Okay, here come the lines. Look at where they are now and figure out how to connect it. One person has to get the 2 by the boss, so just be aware of that. One of you has to get the 2 by the boss. Soak those. And now these big red circles that are about to spawn, go to diamond with them. 3 of you will go. To diamond. Just don't be on top of each other. We're gonna pop hero for this once they're up. Pop hero.
I think we're gonna get soaked soon.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin.
One of those cast one off.
3, 2, 1.
Break those lines. It's
There's
you.
1 orb at green.
Whoever exiled, you gotta switch up your angle. There you go. And then circle now needs to switch up your angle a little bit.
Move out a little bit. I can't go so far.
Alright, so one thing that I noticed, it's probably easiest to get 2 of them, or to stand between 2 of them if they're close together. So these 2 right on the boss, someone probably could have been between these 2 at a bit of an angle. And
Pick up the big ad.
Okay.
Eric, you intervene me?
Yeah, we're gonna break those orbs. We're just taking too much damage.
I feel like if you're standing still and the orbs aren't going away, you should move.
Yeah, just stutter step. That wasn't the problem, though. We just didn't have a good setup there.
Did you
there was a
click-
better way to do it than what we did.
Yeah. That's what I keep saying. I don't think all 3 people should move right away.
No, we didn't click shit.
I think 2 people should line it up and the third person just finish it off. Is my opinion the easiest thing. Like, one of you, like, clearly there needs to be one person that heads towards the double, because there's always a double spawn that one person can connect through, and then the other person lines it up with the next one, and the third person could just finish it off. Is, in my opinion, is the easiest way to do it. Because right now we have 3 people going to like spots and then like trying to finagle, whatever the word is, the angle afterwards. When did you want Beck to release it? Like right after the first channel?
You actually like tell me, because I'm really not sure what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'll try and call it. I was dropping my shit.
Alright, let's go. That first one was done well. Second one, you gotta.
I mean, I think, whenever she starts doing the other one, just any time, really.
So on that, like, are we? I'm gonna have to tank the big ad and the boss.
Just for a second while I drop my thing.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin from you.
Okay, look where they are.
Keep pulling.
I got the double.
Nice.
I will crush your heart.
So please. All right, now the red circles are going to diamond. Just don't cleave each other. Here they come.
Sin consumes your heart.
I'll pick up big guy.
No, it's on boss.
Oh, rip. Wait 5 seconds. Got it. We need a soak. Good.
Interrupt that ad. Okay.
I would enjoy
You can't interrupt the big one.
It was a small.
Coming in. Orbs coming in. Connect these. It's, yeah, perfect. There you go.
I need to shift a bit.
You need to back up Slang and
Drop your shit.
Need one more back. I got it. That big circle needs to go by diamond.
put a diamond with these circles.
Oh man, wait, interview me.
Do you need
Stay show the bottles, so the landing should treat bottles.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin.
Boss.
I ton of bosses. Can you PS me, Slay?
I'll back and barrier.
Give me.
I mean, you gotta go get that one.
You gotta soak. Soak. There's 4 in there.
Orbs aren't going anywhere. It's white.
Catastrophic.
See how double soaking works.
Is that all this fight is, though?
Not sure about the bottles. Like that stuff just destroyed me.
Yeah, not. I think if we don't mess with the bottles, like stuff's just gonna start hurting more and more. I don't recommend soaking, by the way, unless you have an immunity. I used my Astra. I used a defensive and still took a fuck ton of damage from double soaking those puddles.
Oh, you need to have 2 all players within 3 yards of the impact. Failing.
Bottles is simple. You just pretty much.
Have the circles all around the room.
Can he click it every time though? I didn't know if he could or.
I don't, because that shit is what killed me. I'm not sure. What...
This boss fucking trucks the tanks though. Holy shit.
Is there any way you guys can not get the 4 stacks?
Yeah, tell Rev stop fucking it up.
Volt, stop. You're doing great. Keep doing your best.
I feel like they changed Change of Heart too. Like, it's just an AoE circle on you now.
Yeah, it didn't do anything. I don't see any damage.
Tooltip still says 100 yards to all players, but like, I don't see anyone's health moving.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin.
I'll go far. McAdams, I think you gotta go that time that I ran too. Can I do it? Where's the last one?
There we go. It was under the boss.
Go to diamond with these.
3, 2, 1.
Top boss. Why is he casting? I'm right on him.
So these.
Fuck.
3, 2, 1. Your fates are linked.
Wait, why did I just get a stack of exposed there? I was literally facing the person. Diamond, you need to shift a little bit. Whoever that is.
Circle doesn't have this one in. He needs to be where I'm at. There you go.
Is that a missed bottle?
Go towards diamond. Diamond with those.
I think so, JP.
Well, you can't have the same person clicking you all the time. Or
Come innovate.
Your anima is
That's what. Did we just miss the soak there?
traitorous. 3, 2.
On your second click or your first click?
He just died to we took a shitload of damage from his bottles.
No, I meant deck.
I
Specific.
think that's what he died from is his bottles.
bottled anima hit me twice for 16,000, and I clicked the thing once.
That's bottles being missed. Pretty sure, right?
Yep. The soaks on the ground that someone needs to be in.
Yeah. So if you're not actively doing the mechanic with the orbs, like you should be looking to soak. There's 4 of them that come out, so we need people to move and get their ASAP.
And they get thrown all over the room, so you might need to go far. That's why it's better to be spread.
Or am I the only one dying to it?
Well, you're probably low from taking damage from opening that
I
out.
was at 90% health, and I took 32,000 in 0.2 seconds.
Do you aura range, shit like that? I don't know. I just saw the whole rig go down super low.
Alright, let's go.
I will rend your soul.
When you get to 51%, he does some crazy shit, like from the sky, and Paradise just wiping it every time. I mean, that's...
I don't think anything happens particularly at percentages. Just bottle or the whatever animal levels, whatever you call it.
Orbs. Let's get these connected.
Top.
You store back up. Go team.
Destruction reigns.
Those. That's why we want to be spread on this, so that we can get to them. They spawn wherever they want, so. Alright, go to diamond with this time.
Sin consumes your heart. 3, 2, 1.
Top boss.
Destruction reigns.
It's fun looking for those stupid images and all this crap.
Top of boss.
Doesn't.
Got him.
Next set, look at what the orbs are. Connect these ASAP. You're not.
Yikes.
Destruction reigns.
So Don't.
Diamond, 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 diamond.
Fucking right, man.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin from
It's one missed interrupt.
you. 3, 2, 1. Catastrophic!
So.
Traitorous scum!
I think we probably pop hero at the start now. Just for some more boss damage. I don't know.
Probably.
Need
I don't
it,
think.
yeah, it's
It's not necessary. We just need to get better about those kicks. Condemn shouldn't be our second biggest damage taken.
I mean, like, that's a really on that attempt. Our mage, Yusoro and Iwa the Hunter had 2 each. Zorg had 2. Pluto had 2. Fard had 2. There's some other additional people that should be probably up there a little bit. But yeah, like, let's make sure we don't let those adcasts go off. So, like, is anyone watching the Imperator stream on the side? Because I want to know what it is that's coming in and doing a bunch of damage there every time they get around 51%.
You like the Imperator stream?
Looks like they're wiping early on this one.
It's too far away.
Where's his tracker for the containers?
On the left side.
That's where his
Below
camera
camera.
is. Yeah, I think that must be it, because they just insta-wipe. It just keeps flying at them.
I will rend your souls! I would enjoy wrenching the
There the orbs.
destruction
So, okay. Go to diamond with these red circles.
3, 2, 1.
Make sure we're kicking. Start kicking. Start kicking.
Turn boss. So.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin.
You gotta change the heart.
It's a hunter. Hunter's got a back there.
You need to back up a little bit.
So-
Literally stand right here, dude.
I think he's DC. He's not moving.
Your anima is mine. The ground shatters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just DC'd. Because he wasn't moving at all. But I think hero on the start is definitely the play. Got about 15 minutes left to pull, so let's try to get to the 50% mark and kind of see what happens with the containers and such. That's good pull.
I will rend your souls. I will enjoy wrenching the sin from
So. Put a diamond with these.
Three, two, one.
Sure, kick. Resin.
I will enjoy wrenching the sin one.
I got boss.
Line this up. Try to get rid of it quick. Let's get an Aura Master if we can.
Sin consumes your heart.
You gotta come up and get him.
Hearts bound by darkness.
Diamond.
Okay,
Let's not miss interrupts here. Don't miss interrupts and get ready to soak. Whoa. What was
I
that?
will enjoy wrenching the sin from
No.
No, the big guy.
Unleashed volatility.
your anima.
Then we missed a.
We missed two
some-
bottles.
Yeah, the bottles. Well, what was the percentage of the boss?
66.
Alright. So it's literally.
It was just the bottles. Revolt said this a million times. Spread out if you're not actively doing specific mechanics.
Everyone's congregating on Diamond, obviously, because that's where the ads are. But if you're a ranged DPS, there's a possibility that the bottle soaks will spawn on like Triangle and even further. So if you're ranged, there's no reason for you guys to congregate on Diamond, right? Like we need people to cover the back portion of the room or opposite of where the boss is and stuff like that. So just kind of spread out and make sure we're catching those soaks. Because that attempt was going really well until we messed that up. Alright, let's get it.
I will rend your souls.
Yeah, it kills quick.
So
So. Diamond.
Maybe keep going.
3, 2, 1.
Don't miss kicks, guys. Focus the ads. Boss will just get clean natural.
Taunt buff.
So.
One behind the tank.
And that's spawn him, I think.
Oh, cast. Oh, and one, yeah, both. Sorry, we missed 2 casts. And then a bottle.
It's Ankh and Rez, the healer. Keep going. So. That's a wipe now. Tank died. Stay.
On live, we'll have a nice kick order set up or something for those ads, which will help.
We have a lot of kicks though. I don't really.
Yeah.
They should be going off, but.
I mean, the warlocks could be helping kick too.
Yeah, I summoned the wrong pet this pull, otherwise. I noticed when I pressed my interrupt button, nothing happened.
Hey. Just waiting on Zorg. Oh, you counted it? Right.
I will enjoy wrenching the sin from destruction.
So
Diamond.
3, 2, 1.
Let's get these ads. Go. Present.
So
Three, 2, 1. Your fates are linked.
Alright, get ready to break these. Finish that big ad.
The bottom line is not connected.
Person's dead. It's a wipe.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that's intended, where you just can't have anyone die with the lines, or it's just done.
I hope it's intended.
Traitorous scum. Your anima is mine.
I mean, they can die as long as they're in a decent enough position that you can still connect them, but it's just better not to have them die.
I think we'll have 1 or 2 more pulls. Should be ending here in like the next 10 minutes or so. Dude, I just saw your message. That's great, dude. This is some wonderful artwork by a member of our raid team to help assist with the lines.
It's beautiful.
%, Pluto. All right, let's get it. Let's make these last few ones count. Let's get further than we have. I think what's our best? 60? Let's try to get a 50 here. Why did you die? Because I taunted too late, or?
Didn't look. I think I fucked it up. I was looking at something.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin from you.
Man, this DH kind of feels kind of nice, dude. Pretty tanky.
Star, you have to go left.
Soak as well, guys. Diamond.
Memory innervate me?
2, 1. I would enjoy wrenching the sin.
Kill the big guy.
3, 2, 1.
Get these lines done. Soak. Soon.
Diamond has to move.
I'm trying to get them connected like I can. Like
You have to go in between the two. Go right here.
Diamond, just stop attacking the boss and get the mechanic done.
I'm trying, dude. Like I don't even know where to stand. They're angled, yeah, so I can't position myself.
You go literally right between the two, right where I'm jumping. Right there.
Yeah, I go here.
No, right where I'm jumping.
Go
Jumping up
where I
and
am.
down.
Triangle.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Traitorous scum.
Alright, wipe it up. Let's get it again. Here, I'll put a marker on Zorg. He has a score marker. If you're unsure, he'll say I'm jumping and just go to where he goes and so you can get through that portion.
I'm super good at geometry, guys.
He's a geometry god.
I don't know. I realized like how stupid it was after I actually saw it.
Can I get some more HP stones, pretty cool. Hey Blake.
JP.
What's up?
Probably
Can I get a health stone, please?
My bad if you said that. I'm sorry. I was.
No, it's fine. Thanks.
I will rend your soul. would enjoy wrenching the sin from you.
Alright. Get ready to connect it.
Someone needs to go towards the circle triangle one.
Soak here.
No! What the fuck? Who the fuck just hit me?
Slangin'.
Going to help, man.
Good. You gotta understand it yourself first, like, hello?
No, they were both running to the same spot, and so I was trying to be a homie because he race walk away, and then the other guy backed up.
Come on, boss.
5 seconds. Like, ton of this big guy actually.
Soaks.
Kill the. Oh, fuck. Res BP. Here come the line. Kill that big guy. That was nice and quick. Alright. Big red circles to diamond here. Just make sure we don't miss kicks after these soaks. I have change of heart right now. Diamond guys, diamond, diamond, diamond.
Come on, boss.
Don't miss kick.
So, interrupt that.
Kicks.
3, 2.
Slang and go right where I am.
Taunting boss.
Kill the big guy. Soak. Good. Soak again.
Swap.
Soak again. Soak. There's a bunch up. Careful.
We're at a point where we're gonna have to soak again after every single one.
Go to
Sling
diamond.
the click first.
Diamond.
Can't move.
I'm on it, JP.
That's the we needed to empty the bottled anima orb thing.
Yeah, we just haven't gotten to that part, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, need to empty it there. Wasn't even paying attention.
No, that's good though. That's progression.
Oh, we're done.
Done. Oh. Alright.
Just in time.
Thanks for coming. If you guys are ever looking to PTR test or beta test in the future for Mythic testing, we generally always need like 6 or 7 extra people, so just hit me up if you ever see me out. But thanks again, guys. Have a good one.